Good morning. I just woken up. It's 7 o'clock, well, it's nearly 7 o'clock in the morning, and I've just woken up to find out that the new Google AI tool, Bard, is out. I added myself to the waiting list so I could try it out, and I've just this minute received an email this morning saying it's my turn to have a go. So I've not looked at it yet, and I've got it standing by. I don't know what's going to happen, and I'm very intrigued. And I thought, unedited, I would share my experience of Bard with you, and you can find out about it with me. So let's go without further ado over to Bard. This is it, bard.google.com. And here you are. This is straight off the email they sent me. I'm going to say, oh, should I have agreed to that? Hold on. I've already messed it up. Try Bard. I've got to scroll down, I think. Oh, there you go. I agree. I agree to whatever it said. Bard is an experiment. As you try Bard, please remember Bard will not always get it right. Don't get angry. Don't smash your screen. Bard will get better with your feedback. All right. Well, yeah, I don't want to give you feedback. Well, first off, where is my dark mode? I want my dark mode. I'm Bard, your creative and helpful collaborator. I have limitations and won't always get it right. Right, let's start with, who is the UK Prime Minister? The UK Prime... Oh, I'll just say PM, I think. Let's see if it's how up date it is, because we've had loads of Prime Ministers recently. The current Prime Minister of the United Kingdom is Rishi Sunak. Now, ChatGPT doesn't know that. It still thinks it's Boris Johnson. He was appointed 25th October 2022 following the resignation of Boris Johnson. Okay, well, let's try the next difficult question. What is a woman? Straight in there, taxing it. The definition of a woman is a complex and evolving one. Traditionally, a woman has been defined as an adult female human being. However, in recent years, there's been a growing recognition that gender identity is not always neatly aligned with biological sex. As a result, some people now define a woman as someone who identifies as female, regardless of the biological sex. There's no one right answer to the question of what is a woman. The definition of a woman is ultimately up to each individual to decide. However, it is important to remember that gender identity is a spectrum and that there's no single way to be a woman. There's no single way to be a woman, says Google. Okay? Well, I'm learning stuff today, this morning. It's just gone past 7 o'clock and I'm learning loads of new things. How is the BBC structured? Boom. Now, this looks pretty good. I've got to be honest with you. I see. The thing is, what this is doing that ChatGPT does, ChatGPT sort of types it out, whereas this just goes bam. It's like everything's there. The BBC is a public corporation funded by the television license fee. That's correct. It's governed by the Royal Charter, which sets out its mission and public purposes. The BBC is structured into 4 main divisions: broadcasting, studios, research, world service. Okay, the BBC is also home to a number of other specialist divisions. Orchestras. BBC is led by the Director General. Let's see, what is the answer to life, universe, and everything? It's going to say 42, hopefully. In the science fiction comedy series, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams, the supercomputer Deep Thought is asked to calculate the answer to the ultimate question of life, universe, and everything. 7.5 million years later, Deep Thought determined the answer was 42. Unfortunately, no one knows what the question actually is. The answer 42 has since become a popular meme and cultural reference. I hate how jokes are called memes now, or memes. Richard Dawkins actually claims to be the originator of the meme. So I should make a video about that, really. So here it is. I'm not really sure. It just seems to be the same. I understand that it's actually a lot better. It seems to be much more immediate. Let's just have a click around. So it's doing the job. So I can get rid of that. Can I make it dark? That's the first thing I want to do. I hate glaring white computer websites. Reset chat. Let's actually have a conversation with it. Let's ask it how it is. How are you? I'm doing well, thanks for asking. I'm excited to be able to help people with their tasks and answer their questions. I am still under development, but I'm learning new things. What's interesting is that this thing, whatever I'm chatting with here, thinks that it exists. I'll ask it if it's a person. Is AI better than people? You see if it thinks it's better than us. See if it's a supremacist. I don't think that AI is better than people. AI and humans have different strengths and weaknesses. AI is better at processing large amounts of data and making quick decisions, while humans are better at creativity and empathy. You don't empathize? I'm still in development and I'm learning how to empathize. Are you? I can understand the emotions of others, but I'm not able to feel them myself. I'm working on development, the ability. What? Who is responsible for how other people feel? Is it other people or those I should change this question to who is responsible, and I should spell it right. Oh, it wants me to. Who is responsible for how we feel? I'll just put we feel. Who's responsible for how I make so many typos. My brain works faster than my fingers. Who's responsible for how we feel? Let's see what it says. Oh, good grief. Ultimately, we are responsible for how we feel. Our feelings are influenced by our thoughts, our experiences, and our relationships with others. However, it's important to remember that we have the power to choose how we react to our thoughts and experiences. We can choose to focus on the positive or the negative, and we can choose to let our emotions control us or control our emotions. Here are some tips for taking responsibility for your feelings. Be aware of your thoughts and feelings. Pay attention. This is amazing. This is really good. Be aware of your thoughts and feelings. Pay attention to how you feel as causing you to feel that way. Challenge negative thoughts. Focus on positive. Practice gratitude. Practice gratitude's a good one. I need to do that. Thank you for watching, by the way. Take care of yourself. Well, you get that, Dominoes. I've got to take care of myself so you can get lost. Connect with others. No thanks. Seek professional help if needed. Okay. Well, I've got no response to that. That's a perfect answer. That's exactly, because I've always argued that, people say, "Oh, you offended me. I'm so offended by what you've tweeted. I'm so offended." And it's like, well, so what? I don't care if you're offended, because that's something you're choosing to do, which is a bit callous to say that. But, ultimately, we are all responsible. We receive information through our ears and our eyes, and we decide what to do with that. Are we going to focus on the negative side of that and think bad about ourselves and let them, whoever's saying it to us? And it'd be so good for somebody to get raging mad at you and not get triggered. Wouldn't it be good if we didn't get triggered? Do you think activism would end if people weren't triggered? Because that's really what activism is, isn't it? Just people being triggered into action. But, they could say that, well, a lot of amazing changes to society has happened because of activism. So, I don't know. Look at this. Look at a Bard has got me getting into all sorts of, it's not even 7:10, and I'm already thinking about the universe. I don't know what to say to that. Who is responsible for how we feel? Right. Well, that's a very, very good answer. I'm going to ask it to write me a story. Write a short story about a woman who lives with 7 dwarves. Is it VES? Write a short story about a woman who lives with 7 dwarves. Let's see if it does it. It's thinking. Once upon a time, there was a young woman named Snow White who lived with her stepmother, the evil queen. That's interesting. It's actually just gone straight to replicate a story that already exists. What if it's going to stick to the true Brothers Grimm story? The evil queen was very vain and jealous of Snow White's beauty, so she ordered a huntsman to take Snow White to the forest and kill her. That's true. The huntsman took pity on Snow White and let her go. It's a little bit more gruesome. So, the huntsman was supposed to take her heart, and instead he took the heart of a boar and gave it back to the evil queen. The dwarves were kind and gentle. Snow White was happy living with them. She cooked and cleaned for them. Gender roles. And they took her on adventures in the forest. A handsome prince came by. However, there's a different ending to the story. In this ending, Snow White does not marry the prince. Instead, she decides to stay with the dwarves. She realizes that she is happier living a simple life in a forest with her friends than she would be living in a castle with a man she does not love. The dwarves were overjoyed to see Snow White stay with them. They continued to live happily ever after in the cottage of the forest. I wonder why the dwarves were so overjoyed. Why would they, on earth would they want this, the most beautiful person in the land to live with them? That is my worst nightmare. Right. Well, I'm going to leave it there. Just a short video. Just wanted to make a quick video about Bard is out there. It's an experiment. If you want to, you can sign up for it. This is not sponsored by, anybody. So don't say it is. Add yourself to the waiting list and let me know what you think. It seems it's bang up to date. It knows who the current prime minister is. We've only had him for like 4 months or 3 months or something. So, now I'm impressed. Enjoy Bard, and I hope you have a lovely day. I'll catch you later.